Hi everybody and welcome to this Rookie Division playthrough for the President's Cup on the brand new Quail Hollow course in the game of Golf Clash. Very exciting to get a new course and I'm very pleased to be bringing you this playthrough. Got some nice shots already, plenty of suggestions on what to do on these lovely holes. Please hit thumbs up on the video, make sure you're subscribed as well. Loads of tutorials on the channel homepage and I'd be very appreciative if you could share this video with your friends and clanmates in the game. Hope you find some of the shots and suggestions useful. As always on the channel, we're using true rookie clubs only, so there are some suggestions for alternates if you don't have the same club or level here. It doesn't matter, the adjustments will still work. Replays and adjustments for all 9 holes, starting, of course, with hole number 1. Here we go. Starting with a par 3, and we have a hole-in-one here. We're going to be playing with the backbone or whatever long iron you've got in the best level. 1 bar of backspin, 2 bars side spin to the left. So we're going to use a quasar. Adding spin, and then I'm looking at the ball guide to be pointing deliberately just right of the cup. That's because the wind is going to push us from the right to the left. So ball guide aiming 1 cup to the right. Then we adjust medium distance, 15% elevation, mid plus 15 on this one. Playing with the backbone, as that is, I think, the best general rookie level long iron, but if you don't have the backbone, you may have a slightly lower level club. The same adjustment should work. In which case, don't look at the ring sizes or the ring placement. Just focus on the second bounce after spin is added. So then you can cater to your club and club level. Drops very nicely for a hole-in-one. The second hole is the first of the par 4s on Quail Hollow. We're going to use the extra mile and a katana. 4.5 top spin, 3 bars side spin to the left. We want the ball to kick nicely to the left as this is a dog leg hole. So setting up at max distance with our power 2 ball, red ring touching the rough on the left. We're going to adjust this one maximum distance, 10% elevation. So for extra mile 6, that is going to be 1.8 rings for a 3.8 mile per hour wind. And we're going with some left curl, half a ball of curl outside the adjustment ring to the left. Hitting perfect, and the reason we're going with the top spin and the katana, we want to try and get ourselves fairly close so we can use a short iron on approach to increase our drop rate. It's going to be much easier to get the eagle with a short iron rather than the backbone. Second shot there is max distance club. You can aim there, look, before the rough and bounce over if you don't want to play the rough bump. But the rough bump, as usually is the case, offers you the best chance. Now with the thorn level 5, I don't have a lot of topspin available, so I have to set up close to the edge of the rough. If you have a short iron with more topspin, then I would go with that, and then you can have, for example, the top of the yellow ring rather than the inner green ring touching the rough. It gives you a bit more room in case you accidentally overpower your shot or you don't adjust quite as accurately as you need to. Half a bar of topspin, aim at the pin. They're shorter ball guide with this level of thorn, and I'm nearly at max distance. In the end, I play this one just before max distance, maybe subtracting 0.1 from the max number because I wasn't quite at max distance, the short iron, but we drop it beautifully for an eagle. So max plus 0 on the second shot. A very long par 5, and at the time of recording, this is the longest hole we have in the whole of Golf Clash. It's over 700 yards from front tee. We need a berserker, there's no two ways about it. And in tailwind, we are going to reach into other wind angles. It is going to be very difficult indeed with true rookie clubs. 4.5 top spin with the extra mile. I tested with the big topper, but it does not go anywhere near as far as the extra mile. So this is the club to use. Aiming just right of the centre of the fairway, we're going to adjust maximum distance, 10% elevation. Once we've done that, we're going to push back up to max along the line of the shot. Make sure you push up in a straight line. It's a full overpower shot, unfortunately, because we need distance. So try and hit a perfect ball, which thankfully we do with this level of club. And this is going to go down the fairway nicely. The top spin will take us along. And the tailwind helps a bit as well, but we still need a berserker regardless of the wind strength or wind direction. Drive distance, 421 yards. Second shot going to be played with the big dog. First we're going to add some top spin. So we're going to add our spin here. I'm going with, there is 5 bars of top spin and 2 left spin. Then I'm going to push up into overpower and see the second bounce to be just above the rough before the green. So just find out there. Once we found that position, look at how many rings are in the red from the bullseye. It's just about 1 ring there. So that's what I need to push up to get that correct position after I've adjusted. So I'm adjusting max plus 0. Then once that's done, I'm pushing up the amount I was stretching into overpower to find my desired landing position. So just under 1 ring to push up there, and then we're going to take our shot. The reason I push up is that I don't want to play with overpower with the big dog, because if I hit great or a bad great, it may end in a not a very nice place. We want to try and get to the pin. Thankfully here, I'm very lucky I dropped this for an albatross. Try and aim at the pin as best you can with the bull guide you have with the big dog. Very, very lucky there. I honestly wasn't playing for the albatross. If it hadn't have gone in, we'd have had a short putt for the eagle, and that's all we can ask for on hole 3. On to the 4th hole we go, and I'm going to use the quarterback here. The reason for that, rather than the extra mile, is we need curl, because it's another dog leg, and it's a fairly long hole as well. Playing with a Titan power 3 ball, going with just before 3 top spin, that's max available with quarterback 6 and 2 left spin. Blue ring touching the bunker, and then I'm adjusting max plus 10. I'm pushing my rings, otherwise the bunker and the tree makes it a little bit awkward to adjust. It takes me into overpower, so I'm going to add that onto my shot. In the end, I go with about 2 to 3 rings of overpower, and it's full curl to the left, so about 1.5 balls of curl to the right. Sorry, not the left, it's right curl. Perfect ball away, great left, great right. As long as they're minor ones, it's going to be fine because the quarterback is a nice and accurate club. We get this one to 308 yards, which means we can play with the Viper for our second shot. I'm finding the max line, finding the minimum distance line, moving my target halfway between the two. So we're going to play this mid distance of club. 2 left spin, and the backspin will vary depending on the wind strength. I'm going with 4 backspin here because the headwind angle is going to compress the ball guide that we see, so that will check the ball up nicely. If you've got tailwind, obviously you would need a little bit more backspin. So if you have the Viper in a lower level and maybe don't have as much backspin available, then I will play this one with the Guardian instead, because you've got plenty more backspin with even in a lower level club. So mid distance, 0 elevation, hitting perfect. The goal here is just to get it close to secure the birdie. Maybe tweaking the aim. If I'd got a token or two and we were in tournament, I could just move the aim over to the left a little bit, but either way, a nice easy putt for the birdie on hole number 4. Now on this par 3, the best opportunity for holding one is by playing a rough bump shot. If you are not comfortable with that, then just play a standard bounce down, bouncing on the fairway as we would normally. But the rough bump, excellent chance. 5 top spin, half a bar of side spin to the left. Using the Goliath because we need distance, top spin combined. Setting up in the middle of the rough with a ball guide pointing to the hole, just a little bit short, and that's only because Goliath level 6 doesn't have a fully developed ball guide. So if you're using true rookie clubs, you're going to have to leave the ball guide short, maybe even shorter than that if you've got a much lower level. Medium distance, no elevation. We want to hit perfect though with the lower accuracy of the Goliath. Want to try and make sure we hit perfect. If you're not feeling comfortable, then just bounce down. Play for a safer birdie, more of an outside chance of a hole in one. The rough bump is a great opportunity though, because it takes away the second bounce. And really, you've just got to line up, adjust nicely, and you've got a good chance there at a -2. On to the 6th hole, which is a par 5. Now, I'm once again going to go with the quarterback here because we need the curl. And the extra mile in true rookie club level doesn't have a lot of curl. So Titan it is, 2 left spin, just under 3 top spin. White ring touching the rough on the left at max distance with our Titan. Then we're going to adjust max plus 10. Once I've done that, I'm going to spin the target round, looking back at the line of the shot, and I'm pulling up to max distance just to gain myself a few more yards. Going with some overpower here, but we're using the quarterback, so a great ball should be fine. A couple of rings of overpower and almost 1 ball of curl to the left, just to get round this dogleg design on this par 5. Perfect ball, bounces very nicely. We're not threatening the rough. And then, like I said, a great left, great right. With the quarterback, you're going to be absolutely fine. 327 yards. Second shot, I was having a look here to see if I could bounce directly there with backspin and right spin. It is an option. Maybe if I was a bit nearer, I could do that. But we can bounce over the bunker nicely as well. So 1.5 topspin, 1 bar side spin to the right. In the end, I go with 2. The reason is I want to just cut the bunker away from the equation. And the more right spin I have, the less of the rough and the sand I need to bounce over. Aim at the pin as best you can. Because I'm at mid-distance of club, I play mid-distance, 0 elevation. This shot is fairly flat, as with most of the approach shots on Quail Hollow. We haven't got massive downhill elevations to deal with, which is nice. So mid plus 0 on this one. Aim at the pin as best you can. We hit perfect. Obviously, if you have the sniper in a low level with some topspin, that will be a good shout as well, because you get more ball guide. In the end, just a little bit to the right, the pace a tad short. But we're safely on the green for an eagle on this par 5. Hole number 7 coming up here. Again, a little bit of a dogleg, but not as severe. We can use the extra mile and a tighten here very nicely indeed. 4.5 topspin, 2 side spin to the left to follow the contour of the fairway. Half of the red ring inside the rough with the extra mile 6 at max distance with power 3. I adjust maximum distance 10% elevation. Once again, I'm going to push or pull back up to max distance of club to gain as much yardage possible. Outer wall curl to the left, so that's the left edge of the ball touching the left edge of the adjustment ring on the left, of course. And then we're going to hit perfect. And the topspin takes us nicely down the fairway here. Drive distance is going to be 354 yards. Obviously, headwind angle, you might need to go with some overpower, but you just got to see what wind angles you get during the tournament. Now, I've got enough distance here. The reason I want to go over 350 is because we can then play with the long iron rather than the wood club. Near max distance here, setting up a couple of yards away from max because there is a hint of a headwind angle here. It's more level crosswind, but there is, like I said, just a little hint of headwind. I want to have room to adjust. So spins as shown. Again, coping with a slightly lower ball guide here. Your ball guide may be different to mine. Depends what level your club is. Tricky hole to drop this one, especially in this wind angle. And it's a lengthy par 4 for rookies. But we get a perfect ball away. Let's see how this one comes in. Speed's good. Need to just revise the aim on that one. But we're not going to have any problem with that putt. So a nice tactical, safe drive. Get to the green nicely in 2 for your birdie with the outside chance of an eagle. With hole number 8, we need a long iron with plenty of backspin because there is not that much opportunity really to stop the ball because we can't bounce too far in front of the green. Playing with 4 backspin in this wind angle, direct headwind I'd reduce to about 3.5, and then obviously level crosswind and tailwind you might need somewhere between 4 and 5 bars of backspin. You need more to stop the wind pushing it too long. So pack a long iron with enough backspin. Aiming there as shown, we're going to adjust this one medium distance, 20% elevation. Medium distance plus 20. Don't worry about the second bounce or the ball guide looking a bit odd because in this headwind scenario, it will actually give us a shorter ball guide than the one shown on the screen. So mid plus 20 here. Let's see how we get on. Bounce nicely before the fringe. Just need to tweak the aim a little bit there. Very good speed though on that one. But a decent chance if you get your amount of backspin correct. Let's finish off with an albatross then on hole number 9. We are going to go with the extra mile and we're going to play with a tighten for the distance. And we want to get to a specific point in the fairway. I don't want to go right down the fairway as far as you can see because the trees are going to be in the way. We're going to lay up here. Even though it's still a fairly lengthy drive, play a tactical drive, and we want to approach the pin with a rough bump, cutting the corner on this long hole. So spins are shown, max plus 10 is the adjustment, and I'm going with half a ball of curl to the right. Let's see how this one comes in. So we're bouncing comfortably past the rough there on the right, plenty of room either side, and a drive distance here of 355 yards. Second shot, if you've got the sniper, I would use it, but I'm going to show you the shot with the Viper here to show you that it still can be done. Finding max distance of club, and then just backing up my target to have the yellow ring completely in the rough. Then I'm going to add spin. The problem with the Viper doesn't have a full ball guide, so that's why I find my position before adding spin to check my alignment. Then I'm adding my backspin. It's going to be 3 backspin in tailwind. You will need slightly less backspin with crosswind and even less with headwind. But we're aiming at the pin, very difficult to see because the white ring gets in the way. In the end, I play this one max distance plus 0. You can reduce a little bit on the slider to go a little bit less, but it was coming out with the same number of rings if I remember correctly. Nice flat shot, so max plus 0, bounces in the rough very nicely, and that is the best opportunity you're going to get for an albatross on this hole. Going further down the fairway, like I said, you're going to have an obscure view of the pin, and you'll be playing for an eagle at best. So if you want to go aggressive, get that -3 on the end of your round. That's the way to do it. Thank you very much for watching this video for the President's Cup in the game of Golf Clash. Hope you found it useful. Finally, head on over to us on Facebook, search for BK Golf Clash and join our group. Loads of members there. There are some brilliant content creators providing free text guides, links to other channels as well, and some great discussion points, all designed to help you improve your game. So check out all the stuff here on the channel on YouTube, but also on Facebook as well. Thank you for watching and good luck in the President's Cup. Hope you all do well. See you soon. Take care. Bye for now.